Think I got it. Here we go. Can anybody see? Oops. Can anybody see the little text message? Somebody send me a comment if you can see it. If you can see the text message, please. Somebody, look, there's hundreds of y'all. Somebody send me a message that you can see this. Anybody? Anybody? I'll give you a couple seconds to type yes. Or type no if you don't see it. Does anybody see what I got on the screen? Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so here is the text message. All right, I got it. Let me blow it up here. Sorry. This is right off my phone. 9 o'clock this morning. Neil, Mike with Beaufort County House of Cards. Been trying to reach you for a few weeks. I'm sure you're well aware of my coverage. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, I'm trying to be as professional as I can. All right, no bullshit here. So far, I've only been able to hear from a shit ton of people on the same side, but not yours. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to have him on here, and hey, let's talk about it. All right. I mean, I have my beliefs, and I know what I know. But I want to hear his. You know, I mean, is that bad? No, that's not bad. I want to talk to the guy. Have not heard from him. I reached out to someone whose family has been involved with Defusky and travel and what do you call it, the ferry for decades. I guess it's been decades. It seems like it has. I've known her father from when I was on county council. So I sent a text over to Katie Scurry. Again, her father is Wick Scurry, and she is. Why won't this share? I hate this. Hate it. All right, I'm done with that. I'm not doing it anymore. Anyway, I sent a text to her, and I said the same thing. I said, here, I'll read it. Oh, God, where is it? I said, love to have you on the show, blah, blah, blah. I'm only hearing one side of it. I know you all have, your side of the story. I know your family's been involved in the ferry business for some time now. Figured you may have a view you'd like to get out. Again, I'm trying to be as professional as possible with these people. There's two sides to every story. I tell everyone all the time, every day, all day. Just tonight, as a matter of fact, hey, I give everybody a voice until you're an asshole, and then I won't. But I give you a voice. If you want to tell me, make your case that grass should be purple. I mean, I'll listen to you and hang up and go, you're nuttier than a fruitcake, but I'll give you that opportunity. Well, I did hear back from Katie Scurry. I did. She said, thanks so much for reaching out. I don't really have much to say about it. Hope it all works out for everyone. Interesting comment. Oh, well. So I tried reaching out to a gentleman by the name of Steve McNulty. Steve McNulty's name is on every document about Island Head, about Low Country Ferry. He's a captain for here, he's a captain for there. He owns this, but he owns that. His name is like all over it. And I really don't know. I don't know what to make out of it. But I said the same thing. I said, I would love to. I'm trying to give some airtime to the other side, I said. I know you're listed on Neil's website. I've also seen you on Island Head as well. Quite frankly, I don't know what the guy does. He's a captain, but I mean, I don't know what is his deal. And I said, would you be able to share the other side, assuming there is one? He responded. He watches the podcast, which I know. He's busy. I get it. Tourists are still hanging around. He has a family commitment. My involvement is much less than what is being portrayed and not my place to stir the pot in such a sensitive time for those that are involved. I get it. He did say he thinks it would be smart to bring Neil on the show, and he's happy. He thinks he's happy to come on. I hear you. Steve. And we thought that too. And we've asked. But Neil Turner, I guess, doesn't want to. Or maybe Neil Turner's father has said, I don't want you to. Or maybe the attorney. I mean, I don't know. And like I said, if you blow me off, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go with what I got. You know what I'm saying? Rayleigh Creative Travel, Hal from Richmond. I bet that's high. Hey, what's up? Howdy. There you go. Good to see you. I know the owner of Island Head, definitely not associated with Neil. Now, I don't know who Rayleigh Creative Travel is. I have no idea. But I find this very interesting. Whoever this is, I don't know the male, female, young, old, fat, skinny, tall, short. I have no idea. But to see this and to see that someone says definitely not associated with Neil, that is extremely interesting because, here, we did this last week. I took you on a tour of Bay Point via Google Earth and the county GIS map website. And I went across the Port Royal Sound to where Turner's Marina is. Used to be called Billy Bob's was the owner. Billy Bob's Marina was the other owner's name. The Hilton Head RV Resort. I mean, there's the Sunset Grill restaurant. I mean, there's all kind of stuff. Sea monkeys. But what came up was one business, Island Head. Island Head is supposed to be on Hilton Head. But to see someone say not associated with Neil, and I'm not saying you're full of it. I'm not saying that at all. I appreciate you watching, appreciate your comment. I'm just saying I find that interesting because behind the scenes, the duo, the combination is tight. I mean, not that it's anybody's business, but where's the money coming from, Neil? Where's the money coming from? And you're tied in with Island Head, who has a reputation, who's been around. There's possibly some money there. I don't know. I'm glad to see that because that makes my creative juices go a little bit overdrive, wondering, wow, let's look deeper into that. I would love to talk to the owner of Island Head, who I know I've probably been told by the hundreds of people that I talk to, but I have no idea who it is. I would love to talk to the owner of Island Head and flat out ask, what's your involvement with Neil Turner and LCF and all this stuff? Love to. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you on this, by the way. Would love to hear from you on this. Give me your opinions. Hey, Rusty, Turner's Marina is full of Island Head boats and watercraft. See? Something doesn't smell right. I rely on my gut. My gut got me through, it made me a very creative business person and made me very successful. My gut tells me that something stinks here. Something really stinks here. I don't understand. Earlier when I wrote all this and I was producing my show, so to speak, I hadn't heard from anyone, and now I've heard from two. I had asked myself and put it down, why would nobody want to comment on their side? If I had been saying all these horrific things, I would think they would want to say something like, hey, wait a minute, let me give you my side of the story, which is legit. But no. Now we've had two. Katie Scurry, and I know she's watching, matter of fact. I would love to talk to you because I don't think you are telling me everything that you would like to say, and I'm ready and willing to hear from you. Anyway, while you're thinking about all of that, We know that last week on the 9th of August, it would have been Friday, I believe, there was a meeting. The Daufuskie Island Council had a meeting. We know that the county administrator was there via phone or Zoom or whatever format, but he was present. We have been told that that was the day, at least this is what we read in writing, that was the day, that the county administrator had given Neil Turner and Turner's Marina and Low Country Ferry the deadline to have a plan to correct all of his wrongs, etc., as a ferry provider. That was supposed to be the day. That was supposed to be the day that, you either shit or get off the pot, as they used to say. So the 9th of August has come and gone, and the only thing we have been able to find out is that nothing has been done. So, the county administrator, did you pull the contract for Turner not fulfilling his duties by the contract? Did you pull the contract, Mr. Moore, for Turner allegedly not telling the truth on the bid document / contract about his legal issues surrounding Turner's Marina, where he circled, no, we have not been involved in any litigation. And then we showed you that, and then we showed you the county rap sheet of court cases, which I believe there were 9, strikes me, that he was plaintiff or judge or defendant, either both sides of the gavel. He was involved in legal battles. That's not telling the truth. We don't know what the county administrator did or was doing, or we do know. Here's what we do know. We do know that someone on the island of Daufuskie has put together a team of investors to start a ferry service pretty much immediately and purchase 2 vessels already classified as ferries that would comply with all the requirements Beaufort County has put forth. This person has got that ball in motion. We sent emails to the county administrator and have heard nothing. I will see if I can. These come from a different screen. So let's, what are these under? These are under the Word where I copied them. We'll show you the yada yada. Does it work? Survey says. All right, I'm not messing with it. To hell with it. So we sent, I can tell you the dates. We sent an email to Mr. Moore. This is, it's the wrong one, as luck would have it. August 12th. I said, hey, I've not had the pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you've been introduced to me. Here's who I am. Love to sit down with you, blah, blah, blah. Go over a few things, give you some part of the story you've probably not been told. I told him, I said, duty, honor, country. That means something to me, and it's part of my moral fiber, and I sincerely believe it does to you as well, sir. Asking for a meeting. Never heard anything. Decided I'd fire one off today, asking him specifically what's the status of Low Country Ferry services for Daufuskie Island. He has not passed your demands. Falsified the circle legal past issues that's there in public documents, violating federal ADA compliance laws. Assuming you aren't interested in getting the county tied up in an ADA federal legal snare, we need to hear what the county is doing for its residents. I'm not interested in hearing about Neil Turner or attorney interests, only the county. Okay, that's what I'm looking for, is only the county. Talk to me. And still have not heard from him. A guy named Michael Withrow owns owns Island Head. Thank you, BJR 2007. Michael Withrow. I will be looking for you. Michael, hopefully let's talk. So anyway, this Defusky business, two investors, they're backing, assisting him with the purchase of two existing full-fledged, already underway, under helm ferries. He has a plan, as we understand, to make the embarkation point Defusky instead of the destination. He's even apparently going to offer locals a chance to be a vested partner in this. Now, which I think is a great idea. That's a great idea. Instead of making Defusky the destination for the ferry, it should be the embarkation for the ferry, because this particular ferry is for service people that live on the island, not in Hague Point, people who work over there, not on Hague Point, stuff like that. At the same time, though, I was given some information that a vessel showed up first at the Buckingham Landing area, which, remember, I think we were told that that's where Neil Turner lives. It first showed up over there, then it showed up at Turner's Marina, and it's called the Queen Jean. Now, the Queen Jean is a fishing vessel that was last docked in Topsail Beach, North Carolina. It is a fishing charter boat. It is not a ferry boat. It is a fishing charter boat. Now, according to people at Turner's Marina, there's been like this mass demolition going on, tearing the boat apart internally like crazy. I'm assuming, if he would talk to me, we could find out. I'm assuming that Turner is trying to turn this into a ferry. Questions come up. Does it have air conditioning? Does it have heating? Does it have bathrooms? Is it ADA compliant? Does it have life and safety requirements that vessels are required to have by the Coast Guard? So, since the folks at Turner's Marina, the Scurries, Island Head, all they're either watching it right now or they have been in different forms. I thought, call me crazy, I thought I'd be a nice guy, and I would let them know. Maybe they don't know. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. I thought maybe I'd let them know what they have to do just on a 4 bullet point area to be ADA compliant, because that's the thing that's got me by the short hairs. When I hear people on wheelchairs can't get home, when I hear people on crutches or debilitating things, any disability, they can't go home because the damn ferry won't accommodate them, that pisses me off. So, to be a nice guy, there are like 4 things that I copied from the federal government to help you. And please take notes, guys, take notes. Number 1, passengers with disabilities must be able to get on and off a passenger vessel by a roll-on access method or by use of a transfer device. So it's got to be wide enough. You got to have a ramp to go up and a ramp to go down. There has to be handles. Think about it. Number 2, within the vessel, except for spaces and areas only connected by ladders, passengers with disabilities must be able to approach, enter, maneuver within, and exit each program area. Your doors have to be wide enough. There can't be a lip, or there has to be a ramp into and out of, and there has to be handles, safety rails. Number 3, within the vessel, except for spaces and areas only connected by ladders, passengers with disabilities must be able to approach, enter, maneuver within, and exit each passenger toilet facility. That doesn't mean there's a handicapped toilet and a regular toilet. Each toilet. The door has to be wide enough. You have to have a ramp to get in, a ramp to get out. There has to be safety rails. There has to be safety rails in the bathroom. And there has to be a 5-foot turning radius in the bathroom. There has to be a sink that you can roll up to and you won't scald yourself. These are ADA compliant things. Within the vessel, provide a circulation path usable by passengers with disabilities, which connects accessible spaces and areas to an accessible entry and departure point. So, everything that is ingress and egress and everything that is connected to, I'm like a flight attendant, okay, connected to has to be usable by passengers with disabilities, wide enough. The floor can't be slippery. There must be handrails. The plugs have to be higher. Do I need to continue? The switches need to be lower. It's serious, Neil, and anybody else. ADA compliant is serious. You know, they'll need to have passageways either in the middle of the boat or vessel or on the sides wide enough for what they call wide berth wheelchairs to go from bow to stern and be able to be inside weather protected areas with a ramp in and a ramp out and handles or rails. Rayleigh Creative Travel, love that name. Let's see here. With all the issues dealing with others, why would Beaufort County not buy and operate a ferry? I'm not smart enough to know why, but they could know it's being ran right and make money. So that is a great question. And having been on county council, we have actually talked about this. So first and foremost, the answer to that is that anything the government runs and operates is prone for abuse. It's prone for corruption. I mean, everything the government can do can be detrimental to you. The second thing is, at least when I was on county council, the majority believed in a capitalistic society. In other words, if you, Joe Smith or Jane Smith, you could own and operate a ferry company much better than the government. And you should have the opportunity, if you have the means, to be able to make that happen, be a profitable business, prosper in your life, and live healthy, wealthy, and wise, and provide that service to the people. The service has to be provided by the county, okay? This ferry, it's not for those people, John Cougar Mellencamp with his second or third home. That's not what this is for. This is for people who either work over there off Hague Point or who live there off Hague Point, the native folk who've been there for hundreds and hundreds of years, or the people who just decided that they got tired of the HOAs and want to move to Defusky for peace and quiet. The businesses who are over there, the distillery, the ice cream shop, the bread store. I mean, that's what this is for. This is a county provided item because they're county tax paying residents. So get that out of the way. Now, with that being said, we haven't had the best luck so far. We haven't had the best luck. Maybe this person who's come forth with an idea, this latest thing, maybe that'll be the one. And God help, if it is, I salute them and I will patronize them and support them to the nth degree. However, there comes a point, because this ferry has to be provided for life and health safety. I mean, there's a myriad of things that you have to provide people who are tax-paying citizens. The lady we talked about at the beginning of this, who was in a wheelchair, who couldn't get on Low Country Ferry because it doesn't accept wheelchairs and there's no ramp and it's the doors are too small. She has a right to be there, to go home. She can't go home. The county has to provide that. I've had arguments on Facebook with people who's, that's your problem. You figure it. No, that's not how this works. That is not how this works. Okay? This is not Gilligan's Island. It's a luxury island. That's Hague Point. Yes, they pay to go to and fro. That's not what this is. Okay? So the same thing applies to, on a different scale, people were pissed off that the county was paving dirt roads. All right, that's a good point because some dirt roads don't belong to them. However, the county has to provide fire service. We have a constitutional right to provide police service. If we can't get there, the county can't get there, that is problematic. So the county is paving roads to be able to get their fire or their police to these places. That's different but similar. I hope you understand, but that's a great question, Rayleigh Creative Travel. And it may, quite frankly, and hey, I'm the poster child for capitalism. I'm the first one to tell you that, people can do a much better job. What was it than the government? Ronald Reagan said it best. If you ever hear somebody, or have you ever heard somebody come knock on your door and say, hey, I'm from the government, I'm here to help? No, you haven't. And there's a reason for that. So, anyway, I hope that answers Rayleigh Creative Travel. Love that name. Hope that helps out just a little bit.
Introducing to you, you're on House of Cards. Live on Facebook and YouTube. It's going down. Locked and loaded with the truth.
All right, I'm going to try this one more time. We have something to share. Oh, look, it happens to work this time. Put this on your calendar. Senator Tom Davis, Senate District 46, is cordially inviting everyone to come out to an event hosted on September 11th, 9/11, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Rose Hill Mansion. That's in Rose Hill, Plantation, 199 Rose Hill Way in Bluffton. For more information, contact Nikki Maxey at 843